God, that's a little high. Ooh. Let's reduce that just a little bit. Hey, how's it going? Hello, Internet. I am return. Let's go back to the intermission screen. Wow, it's better. Like, let's turn the lights on. Let's make them green, because why not? How is everybody today? I am wonderful. Don't know about you. And today, oh god, I need to take a photo of this for somebody because, like, this is insane. I am currently rocking through 4 screens because I was too lazy to reorganize my setup properly to do this stream. So I'm compensating. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to carry on with what I started last week. Wednesday even. Jesus Christ, it feels like last week. So I said I was going to build a little bit something to make St. Patrick's Day a little bit more pleasant. Well, especially for me, who is stuck at home alone during the pandemic. It's, you know, it brings a tear to your eye. And, you know, I need to be able to drink my Guinness with people because it's more fun that way. And one thing I also promised was the fact that I was going to do it whilst drinking beer. And beer have I got. And today's first start, and I may have to actually get a glass to do the ones afterwards because it gets heavier and heavier. We have got a West Coast IPA from the Broa stu Mosto brewery in Poland, because Beer 52 gets sent to be some random stuff. Jesus. Yeah. There we go. Sláinte to you. Oh, Slanta? Sláinte? If there's any Irish people in the crowd, tell me how to pronounce it properly. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I forgot to do the all-important thing, like the socially stuff. Oh, dear. There we go. So, good afternoon, fellow internet humans. Cancel. Don't. This guy. No, cancel. I'm building stuff with beer over at. Let's get my Twitch tweet. Here we are. See if we can actually drum up some people interested in seeing me cause pure chaos, drinking beer, and attempting to code at the same time. Pure chaos. Okay, here we go. No. Telling the Birmingham folks. At least the one that will give me actual heckles, and you know what? I actually like being heckled just a little bit. It's weird. It feels entertaining and fun. Cool. Okay, we have people and things and stuff, and it is a good. It is all gravy. Cool. I think. Let's make sure I'm not missing out. There we go. You'd think after doing this for months I'd be used to it. No, strangely enough, not. Here we go. So, let's see where we are at. Where's my moose? There's my moose. let's go. So it's going to be building this with Next.js because it seems to be the recommended one I'm going to use. We're going to need a terminal as well. So terminal. Actually, we want a fresh terminal because that one is full of junk that I probably shouldn't show you. Oh, camera also. Way still too high. Oh, there we go. One of these points I will graduate from crappy web camera to actual camera. For now, crappy web camera will do. There we go. So we have a terminal. Let's drag that into the right screen. As enter my development environment location. I also have a GitHub for this. Yes, it is. Remind me later. One of these days I'll actually do that. No judgment, please. Alright, cool. Repositories. St. Patrick's Party. Let's grab the SSH URL for this. Let's... Can't remember if it's the full one. No, it doesn't do the full one. Git clone. Boom. CD. St. Patrick's. Sweet. We are off to the races. If anybody can't see what's going on the screen, please say and I will do the zoomy thing. Because zoomy. Don't know how else to describe it. Let's make this actually full screen, so shooting and I still have a desktop to go to. Cool, fantastic. And there's my phone telling me that I've still got 4,000 steps I need to be doing today. Ugh, how unhealthy of me. Well, cheers to that. I should untap this beer before I do, because I started doing that the other day, even though it caused a wee storm in a teacup. It turns out I sent a notification and people caught onto the fact that I had a job interview, and that was fun. Let's go, Surgy. Bottle. Contact at home. Chicken. They're all cards, there we go. See if we can get up to a grand total of about 4 beers during the stream, shall we? I'm also prepping my liver for tomorrow. We've got 2 games of rugby. One, got to watch the England game being an Englishman, but doesn't mean it's going to be good rugby. Nah. And the Wales-Scotland match, which I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be quite entertaining. At least I think it is. Cool, so we have the repo. And this is where I believe I have to do a create app from docs. Getting started. Oh, actually, yeah, what version of Node are we running in here? Node version. It's 12. I think we should be running something higher, so let's go nvm install 14. Let's not go with 15 because 15 is meh, and 16 is not actually LTS, so let's not do that. Let's do, here we go. Let's npx create next app, as that was a recommendation from Jim and Dan earlier in the week. Oh! Need to install the following packages. Yes! What is the name of your project? St. Pat's Party. Here we go. Now, this is actually probably a good idea because I'm actually going to be wanting to create Docker images and or functions or stuff outside of the React app so that I can actually add some additional functionality I require, because React application, just the front end, for those who didn't know. And I need to badger around in the back. So, probably a good idea. Ooh. Should probably clear up the mess that's right behind me. It's one of the reasons why the camera's usually pointing up higher. There we go. Let's try that for a little bit. Cool. Right. So we have, it's installed the React DOM and Next packages. So if we open this up in an IDE, see what we got cooking. See what's cooking. Right, cool. So, please tell me. Oh, thank God, it's nested. Ignore. Thank good Lord. Failed to install support. Ignore that. So here we go. We have pages with an API. We have public style. Okay. And we also saw some instructions. You can run several commands inside the directory. Start running the development server, runs the app for production. Let's mess with that, right? So run dev. Let's see what happens. Cool. So we should have hello world. Hello, how are you? Yay, we have a working copy of the Next.js boilerplate application running on my box. I think we can close the stream down now. Like, success! Or maybe not, because where's the education and value in watching me struggle to build an front-end application without actually doing some building work? Okay, so we've got the basics. Let's have a look at what some of the actual code is like inside of this. So this is the hello page. Oh, that's an actual server. We're using any build tooling. It seems to be just CSS. Interesting. Let's see what the package file says. Next build, next dev. Hang on, does that mean there's a next toolchain I can play with? Yeah, let's get rid of that so we can all see. Maybe. There we go. Can we all see that? Yes, we can. Cool. So let's do next. Help. npx next. Help. Okay. Oh, telemetry command. I do enjoy a good telemetry command. After spending, a year working for an observability company, do enjoy telemetry. Available commands. Telemetry. Oh, it would help if I could spell it. Telemetry is completely anonymous. Is this telemetry just going back to Vercel and Next.js people? If so, I'm going to be turning that off, because that's, leaking information into the public domain. Don't care if it's not. Optional, maybe opt out. So they say they don't take anything. Somebody may want to correct me and tell me if I'm doing this wrong or not, or if I'm reading into the dark side of the internet a little bit too much. Otherwise, I should probably just leave it on. Yes, I do realise the irony of me mainlining coffee and having beer with it at the same time, but some of us have mild dependency issues, and this is the easier way of dealing with it. Oh yeah. Please. There we go. Right, let's try that. Oh, you pardon I. It turns out I didn't actually inform Birmingham people of Phantom streaming. There we go. There we go. There we go. Aha. Do. Da. Right, where was I? Right. Yes, we were looking at where the data's coming and going. Okay, so let's check status. There's enable and disable. Is there any way I can actually access this telemetry and use it myself rather than having to bake the entire functionality? Let's just see, because like I do like telemetry. Next.js use telemetry. See if there's an easy way of grabbing hold of it and using the telemetry data from it. Nah. And it would be useful if I typed to the right keyboard. Access telemetry. Okay. It appears that it is not. I can't use the telemetry for itself. Interesting. So it must be really, really basic, like just telling Next.js that somebody's done a build, what version, etc., like that. You know what? Let's leave it. Fair enough. Let's leave it. However, Next.js open telemetry. Because you know what would be good? Actually gathering all this junk up so that I don't have to. And yeah, no. Don't care, don't need to do it. It's not going to go into a production app and be done everywhere else. Just would be nice to like gather up all my logs and all that jazz somewhere so I can simplify my life when things go bang, especially on St. Patrick's Day when I am not going to be sober enough to fix it all, so I can decide to turn off any functionality when, yep. No, it's been a good while since I've actually enjoyed a West Coast IPA. I'm not going to lie. This one ain't bad. And I do like the can art. Oh, is it can art if it's on a bottle? The bottle art. The bottle art's good. Admittedly, drinking with a mic in the middle of my face is really flipping difficult. Bollocks beer, go get a Foster's. Okay, that's Jim. Hi, Jim. That has made my goddamned day. Now, what's worse? Saying on the ephemeral Twitch chat that you've done something, or accidentally tweeting off of the company Twitter account. Which one's worse? Twitter lasts longer, but it's a live interaction problem with oh, okay, so you think Twitter's worth... you know what? I will agree. And having done that plenty of times when I used to have the Hackfronts Twitter account on my phone. Angry tweets from the place that's not meant to be angry. Oops. Anyway, right. You know, I'm going to leave the telemetry there for now. I think the telemetry is a good idea. I just need to work out how to access it myself. But npm run dev get dev backup, because you know what, we're going to need it. Please note, previous messages do not represent the views of my employers. Well, we'll never know, because it was your employer that said them, not you, Jim, obviously. How is everybody doing this afternoon? I am not enjoying staring at front-end code, but I need to do it. I need to relearn this stuff. It's been, oh god, years. No, it's been actual years since I actually touched React. New talk in the works. Excellent. Would you like to share what the talk topic is? See if you can bounce the idea off some actual engineers. And me. Right. Whilst Jim is cycling up the how do I explain my bad idea to people, I'm going to carry on. Okay, so this is testing with Jest for React and TypeScript for 1x developers. One, remove the X from developers, the 1x, because I think that term is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, you're then implying that a developer that's new to React, TypeScript, and Jest isn't a very good developer. So remove the 1x and you're good. Don't think that's real. Which bit? You don't think React's real, TypeScript's real, or Jest is real? Or all of them at the same time are real? You don't think the title's real? Wiring it all up is absolute consider up. We've gone from real-time messaging in Slack to real-time messaging on my Twitch, where I'm going to be essentially reading out every last message. And if we get a really good one, I'll be doing the voiceover voice for it. Because, wah, the power of the microphones. Good job, Steve. Absolutely tremendous for the trolling. It is massively distracting me from going, I should really learn how the hell Next.js works. Right, cool. We got the create step. We got the app. Let's go back. Manual setup. We are configured. Okay. Static generating, server-side rendering, pages. Let's learn more about pages, shall we? Real quickers. Is a React component exported from a... Now, do I have this set as a JS or a TS application? I'm going with TS, but I don't see any TypeScript. Well, it's the use of import and the actual structure of it that is making me think that this has been written as a TypeScript page rather than JS. Even though it says .js. So yeah, ignore me. I'm being stupid. I keep forgetting from the newer versions of the Node, import statement is actually usable without having to use a transpiler. And yes, I still think TypeScript is ridiculous in the fact that you have to transpile to get JavaScript. Because typing. And in some times, TypeScript is only used for people who want, what is it called? Yeah. IntelliSense. The amount of times one of my old dev managers threw his toys out the pram about the fact that I was pushing for going purist JavaScript rather than TypeScript was, but I don't get my IntelliSense in my browser, in my IDE. So, there are bigger problems in life than requiring IntelliSense whilst trying to code. Like the actual act of trying to code. However, I don't disagree. Having now done TypeScript slightly more solidly for a while, kind of agree that it's better. There we go. I am not feeling this playlist a lot. Okay. Okay, now, if TypeScript... What would you do if in future versions of the ECMAScript standard start to follow TypeScript, as in all the benefits you get from TypeScript eventually become one-to-one feature parity with the ECMAScript standard, which I believe is where most of it's going? Would you give up TypeScript, or would you keep it for the additional tooling it provides, even if the language provided the same standards? Because TypeScript has a whole bunch of tooling, which is actually really cool. But do you think if JavaScript as a language, using a better version, better standard, it's better to not have the tooling and have it all native, or have the middle ground tooling? Because things like the static analysis tooling in TypeScript is actually ridiculously good. Yeah, like the static analysis is fantastic, and some of the native build tooling for being able to distribute to multiple engine types, locations, you cannot fault that tooling. But if the language itself was more robust, oh, yeah, because of that tooling, it makes it amazing for teams. Like the fact that it already has a standard for how to actually do certain things. And like the linting standards that it already implements are bloody wonderful. Hey, hello Dan, how you doing? I am currently just staring at React going, why am I punishing myself? What did I do bad in a previous life to realize I need to do front-end code again? Are you asking if I'm ready for the weekend or you're ready for the weekend? Because I'm going, you've had meetings today. You're definitely ready for the weekend where the meetings are this thing of the past. To be fair, as from what I've been informed, Next just gives you a superset wrapping around React, so learning the bits for Next.js to give me the same standard of knowledge for the React side of things. So, you know what? Kills two birds, one stone. Okay. Right. Okay, so it's the standard component-y style structure. You know what? I haven't even... You know what I haven't done? Looked up the inspector and if I... Okay, so it's done all the dynamic rendering jazz that you expect with the gajillion million chunks and extra things that it does for you. Jim, your two primary languages are what I would call the most organically grown languages on the planet, PHP and JavaScript, both of which started shit, got good eventually. So shush! Except the fact that the good bits are there now. To be fair, that organic growth did mean that they became ridiculously easy for people to enter and learn how to code. It's the only reason I'm a developer. I'm not going to lie. Just go Ruby or Python. Well, to be fair, you've already been playing with Ruby. The moment you do any form of orchestration and build tooling, you are. No, it appears I may need... Ladies and gentlemen, does the React Inspector tooling, the Chrome extension, work on Next.js? I'm assuming yes. There we go. I'm assuming this works. No, we do not want to sync it. Let's pin it to the top because that's what I'm going to be using for now. It's going to get used quite a lot. This page does not appear to be using React. It needs to reload it. Right. So we now have the additional tooling. Nice. Where are these tools? Reload. Inspector. Way, components and profilers. Excellent. Cool. I do remember this being ridiculously useful the last time I was doing any form of React work. Just for being able to dig around. Ironically, I believe Luke from Vonage is streaming right now. Whatchamacallit. I can't remember what he's building, but I believe he's also doing a React app. And yes, for those of you who are just new to the stream today, we are building with beer. We will be entering the next beer phase soon, at which point the crowd shall be dictating which one I go with, from a double hopped Weizen, a Birmingham Stout, and the Raspberry Ripple Pale Ale from Burning Soul. The most dangerous beer this planet has ever seen. Oh, nice. You're doing some really lovely community work there, Jim. And maybe you'll learn how to write some code whilst you're at it. You know, it's a grand start. Right, you know what? Let's actually add this git status. Okay. Let's just add the entire thing. Cool. Add next front end. Oh no, master is no longer the terminology, and I still trip over that when I'm fast typing. There we go. Cool. So, then we need to actually learn how to do some stuff here. So, based upon the issues I've raised for myself, sync video across browsers. I gave myself some issues. Now, where should we start? Should we... Now, how do you think people need to be authenticated to use this, or they just drop onto it to get the St. Patrick's Party vibe? Oh, no, we need a... We do actually need the sockets. So, does Vercel... No, let's try. Netlify, web, sockets. How does Netlify deal with WebSocket? Aha, right. So because they only offer a FAS-based solution, so functions as a service, and a WebSocket is a persistent connection type, they do not support WebSockets. So I'm going to need to implement Socket.io locally and then work out where the bloody hell to put that later. Socket.io 3.0 is here. I haven't used sockets in so long. Jeebus. This is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be a long and hard one. Everybody, prepare. Oh, get started chat. Okay, do not express. Yes, we have this. La la la. What we feel free to share, Jim, so I can actually see what the bloody heck you're talking about. Because no, I have not seen the tweet from Notion. And I'm more than happy to ruin my day by seeing more bad news. What? Okay, for those of you trying to work out why I just go, what? That's what Jim sent me. Do any users have a contact at name.com? Why? Oh, for the love of Hades. So if I search Notion app, they're still alive. And if I do who is Notion.so, currently unavailable. Oh my. Let's just double check that I haven't clowned up the actual spelling, because this is me and spelling is a no who is data currently. DNS records pointing at Cloudflare. Diagnostics. I'm not a robot. Supposedly this is still fine. I have not cached that because I don't use Notion, because I find it very, 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 very complicated for what I need to do in my life. And by very, very complicated, I mean it's wow, it does a lot of shit. Like, all I need is Google Docs most of my life, because all I need to do is type some stuff, not have interconnected hyperwig jiggery poop. Yeah, you heard me. Okay, and Jim is sharing another tweet for me to review and see what the bloody heck is going on. Okay, let's share the love with anybody watching this rather than watching actually doing some work. Close, and I'm not going to sign in on this browser there. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. Ooh, yeah. Could always be worse. Could always be worse. But that is a strong ouch. Yeah. Oh. To be fair though, this makes me giggle a lot. Pack Dev. I bought that and I held it for a little while for my employer. They didn't want it, so I had it redirected to O'Reilly. Yep, you heard me. Tee-hee. Oh yeah. I even had it set up to an affiliate link, and some people were actually clicking it. Okay. Right, so I need to add socket. So, do I want to add socket the root of this application or in this? Yeah, let's get the IDE open. Do I want to add it hither or in the root of it? Do I want to go to the axis of evil, or do I want to roll it from hither? Like, what routing engine is Next.js using? Is Next.js just rocking Express under the hood for the actual routing engine, or is it using something else? Because this is looking exceedingly like Connect middleware. I'm 100% happy to be wrong with that, but yeah, that seems just a little odd. Okay, that... Right. Okay, anyway. Anywho. I'm pretty sure that we do not need multiple pages for this St. Patrick's page, so I'm pretty sure I can do all of this inside of that single root. But I am going to need the socket. So, socket... always have a look at somebody else's work. Next.js, Express. If it started from scratch, if you want X, just pro. Okay, so this means standing up my own Wii server using Express and Socket. Now, do I want to go full TypeScript? So, oh, no, we do not want to quit. Oh, I quit. Right, okay. My mic is super quiet. Well, it's not super quiet. I'm just being not very loud. I can get louder if you like. Or I can have a look in my OBS and have a look at the volume. Hello. Hello. According to this, I'm being loud. I'm being really loud. It's like crank it up a little bit. Boink. Boink. There we go. Is that better? Here we go. Right. There we go. Cool. Hopefully that is better. The world. Nobody in the world has ever said I've been quiet before in my life. That was a first. Right. I'm quiet in comparison to everything else. Okay. Well done. Congratulations. I need to not do this anymore. That's ruined me and I am destroyed. Thank you. And I need to find out my history because that is really annoying. Cool. I want to restore all those tabs. Yep. Bring that one back in hither. There we go. Cool. All right. So it looks like I'm going to need to stand up the Express server. Now, do I stand up separately? Yeah, let's stand it up separately. So we are going to, you know what, I'm going to do it from command line. So cd ls, and then we're going to do make dir, and I think I'm just going to call it server because let's go in there, npm init, say Pat's party. The day developer. Hey! Some of us have got listening mode every so often where we don't talk, we just listen and engage appropriately rather than scream into the bucket of life as normal. Okay, ladies and germs, stream beer numero uno is dead. My choice. The local Birmingham Attic Brewery Super Stout. The local brewery, one of my favourite beers of all time and possibly the most dangerous beer ever. The Raspberry Ripple Pale Ale. The Ice Cream Pale Ale. Or from... which brewery is this? Oh, it's Cloudwater. Ooh, it's Cloudwater, which means it's going to be good regardless. A double Hofenweiss. I do like a Hofenweiss, but I've never had a double. Ooh, it's 8.5%. This may be a jolly stream. If nobody tells me what I'm going to be drinking, I'll pick for myself in a minute. And nuts to you lot. Actually, on that note, I am going to retrieve myself a glass that I've just realised. Yeah, I need a glass for 2 of these beers. 1 second, ladies and germs. Considering the only vote has been for the double Hopfenweiss, we're going to be going for the double Hopfenweiss. But it's Hopfenweiss, even though I can't say it. It says Hopfenweiss, but yeah. Oh dear. Good luck to all of us for dealing with me after more beer. So I don't drink consecutive beers these days. Surprising, I know, but the pandemic has surprisingly slowed down my drinking rather than increased it. It's weird. I drink more regularly, but less of it. Alright, let's see if I can pour this thing and not ruin it. And put a proper head on it, because it is a wheaty beer, which means there is meant to be head. And those of you who will judge me, it's not bad. There we go. Oh. If anybody enjoys decent wheat beer, like the with the Weizen, double Hopfenweissens, downward, or Hefeweizen even, it's like, that is a tasty beer. And that is a tasty cup of Wake the Heck Up juice. Right, anyway. Jim, if I were to get you to go on Zoom right now, would I or would I not be joined by and greeted with a can of something frosty and cold from the fridge? Or is this a no comment, don't say diddly squit, mate? I'm also very tempted to turn on Zoom and see who would drop in and play and have some fun with me on this stream. That reminds me. Yes, Jim. Yes, that smooth, mate. Yeah, I know. It's, well, I can't quite afford to pay for a license for Broadcaster, Dan. Otherwise, I'd be having Broadcaster in the background, along, with my OBS tooling. But yeah, I can't afford that crap. It's like super expensive, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, okay, that's a happy bit. Right, this is version. Never go for version 1. It's currently free during beta. Excellent. Would you like to share my brain has gone completely flat. Would you like to share any of the details for that, Dan, in the stream chat? I will happily allow the links for Broadcaster for anybody else who's been playing with real-time information and share. Ah, there we go. Nearly, it's like saying it's free and available for people to build on. It's like, then it's not available. So there we go. Broadcaster.vc. Let's open it up. Oh God. This is the problem with me running a dual PC setup for my stream, in the fact that the PC I'm actually monitoring the chat and stuff on is not the one I'm using. There we go, which means I get to do this, and then yes, is everything okay? Cool, so we now have that. The thing that Dan is talking about is this thing, which is one of his things, Broadcaster.vc, the product of Nimble Ape. So real-time streaming, being able to get people all into one thing, all out to one controller and streamed, e.g. everybody connecting to Broadcaster and then manage it via a thing like your OBS, and then you stream it out to Twitch or YouTube or wherever you send your RTMP connection to. Yeah. I know we've had this chat, Dan. I can talk about your product and tell the word, the good word, the evangelist word of my big fat head, etc. So yeah. So didn't realize you got social signs. Yeah, we will not be doing that now because I will end up down a different rabbit hole. Ooh, even no. Interesting. I wonder if I could make the St. Patrick's party have every one of the participants part of it, like some weird like video rave thing. Part of me is going, that sounds really cool, and the other part of me is going, that's a complete nightmare. It's Michael Jolly, the big bearded coder. Bald bearded builder. That's his Twitter handle, a Twitch handle and Twitter handle. He built a similar tool for Twitch where it literally grabbed everybody who was in his stream, either any live images they've got or their Twitch thing, and if they followed or subscribed or any of that stuff, would build a stream wall of it. I think the world can live with watermarked, because advertising, baby. And yes, I'll sell my soul for some free code. All you need in life is a bit of free code and everything goes swimmingly. Okay, so we need Express and we're going to need TypeScript as well. So npmi TypeScript. Is it just TypeScript to start it again? It's been a while since I've started a TypeScript project. I've literally been using other people's. It's been a while since I've done my own. And Express and at types Express. Cool. And then I want to source index.js. And let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Cool, and we're going to change that to be dist index. Oh, I think by some miracle I have managed to remember the correct libraries, etc. I need to do. Cool. So, la. Does this dude have a repo for this? Because it'd be so much easier just to look at a complete working functional version of it and steal the bits I need, rather than like have to remember how to do it all at once. Oh, fellow IBMer. Well, ex-IBMer. Oh no, he's a current IBMer. I'm an ex-IBMer. But it's more, something interesting coming out of IBM. Who'd have thought? And as Jim has quite happily put, you can definitely bloody well tell that I am unemployed. No, I'm not unemployed. No, I'm not unemployed. I am fun-employed. Because nothing says fun like drinking in the afternoon. Also, Watchsteiner is good. Ah. Okay. Alright, it appears I have cloned some of this. I don't like making mistakes. Like gratuitous mistakes. It appears that it's recommending you write it all in one place, but I don't want to do that because I want to deploy these to separate locations. And use DNS to manage them, the cause problem. So the cause problem with this is the fact that I'm intending on having a server where I send endpoints. So when you load into this page, I want it so that... Whoops. Fresh new Chrome... Whoopsies. Nope. Nope. There we go. Thank you. See npm run dev. And we're just going to quickly change that so I can actually tell that I'm in the right page doing the right thing. Welcome to St. Patrick's party. There we go. Let's see if we are loading this time. There we go. Welcome to St. Patrick's party. We are all a golden and gravy. As I was saying, I want it so that you come to this page and it's going to send off a request to a server, and that server is then going to do a count of how many people are in there, and then it send over a WebSocket how many people are in the stream right now. So that when people join or leave the channel, it's easier to manage because then I can change who's doing my socket providing. So I can do it with Socket.io if I so desire. If I end up getting too lazy, I can go to using Pusher, but instead of having to use the custom libraries for Pusher, Ably, or Socket to keep an eye on the number of participants in the channel, I can just literally read off the goddamn number that's and a message going channel change, then change the number of people and literally have people in the form and along the page. I was gonna use something like Font Awesome, something like a sign. An individual, one of these popping up on the screen to represent people actually participating. And if said participant decided to turn on the webcam, I was then going to get it to do some basic in-browser recognition so that it could count how many people in there and then say add 3. And when they leave, remove 3 sort of jazz. Because, you know, yeah. Yes, fan. Big fan. Nope, hello. Nope, not important. Moving on. So yes, now, actually, ladies and gentlemen of the crowd, this is going to be a demo app and it's not going to do any real load. Do we skip using Socket and having to rock all this stuff ourselves? And just go straight to using Pusher or Ably? Do we go straight for a service rather than rocking it ourselves? Because that way then I won't have to have an Express server. I could actually use a Netlify function or a Vercel. I think it's Vercel called them functions as well. Let me double check this before I make a colossal mistake. Authorize Vercel. Link. There we go. Projects, integrations, projects. Well, can you tell I started to want to learn how to use Vercel and then gave up? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so do I use Pusher or Ably to skip around the having to actually have a persistent server and just rely on Vercel or Netlify's functionality for providing me with web server like interfaces, so being able to add and manage yourself, etc. Let's have a look at my issues. Recognized Guinness, crowd interaction, video source, boilerplate, WebSocket server. I wonder what Pusher's freebie is like at the moment. Because maybe I'll just save myself a little bit of time and have a look at concurrent connections, 100 messages per day, 200. You know what? I think I'm going to go with using Pusher. Let's authorize Pusher. Oh boy. And this is where it all goes Pete Tong, because... Oh! Okay, it turns out it isn't so new that I didn't forget to use my password manager. I love this. I'm gonna get famous by buying and selling you absolute pleb. Go suck a fart. There we go. Thank you, Rukvina. You may suck a fart. There we go. That's what I was doing, trying to get into Pusher. It appears oh, yeah, okay, it's like that, is it? Now, this is something I wish that sites had got their UX bloody straight with. If I go to a form which is a username and password and I fill it in with the correct flipping details, if I'm signing up and it registers, oh, this person already exists and that password is valid, sign them the heck in. Don't make me go around the flipping houses to... Oh... You want to see and earn many bitcoins? Follow this link. No. Why would I want to do that when I could just do what all of our Lord and Savior Elon does and just create a multi-billion business, which then buys $1 billion of Bitcoin? Can anyone tell me why Elon Musk, for the love of all God, bought that much Bitcoin? Okay, so I've now connected my GitHub to make my life flipping easier. Fantastic. There we go. Cool. Oh my god, it's so old. I even have my old... Jesus, Mother of Mary. Yinkies. Well, he can afford to play the market. Not all of us are so blessed. Jesus. Well, to be fair, he also then bought Dogecoin. Doge? That one. For his son with the unpronounceable name. So his son is a rebel without a cause for, cryptocurrency, while still trying to learn how to even pronounce his own name. Let's... Oh, screw it. Let's not delete all these ones. Let's just create a new app. St. Patrick's. Absolute helmet. Can't tell if you're talking about me or Musk. Choose your front end stack. We are going with React. Choose your back end. We are going with Node.js because, yep. Yes. No, can't be fucked with that. Oh, you cheeky little beggar, Jim. Cheeky little beggar. Right, so I now need to include Pusher. I need to include this little blob in the front. And I need to make sure I don't scroll any further so that people don't see my back end. Matron. Jesus Christ. I did warn people. I did warn that the beer would make me go weirder than normal. It's not like this is all a surprise to people. This is all very expected. You know, that like hiring again, I believe. So if you want to join one of the oldest developer relations jobs, roles and stuff in the UK, Jim, there's one for you. Weirdly enough, as the unemployed person, I'm not even considering this as an option. Don't ask me why. Or do! See how funny that conversation gets. You know what? I'd like to not be made redundant once a year, every year, for 2 years in a row, mate. But I didn't get that choice. Right, I'm going to have to temporarily remove you people from seeing my screen so I don't get in trouble for accidentally leaking environment variables everywhere, because that's not good. Yeah? Not good, yeah. No, not good. So let's go to the intermission screen with my giant head. Say that what you will. Okay, so I think I want to have an environment variable page thing in the root of the entire document so I can manage it really simply. And we're going to just grab those pusher keys. Because no matter what you want to say about Pusher and their DevRel and respect for the sanctity of having a goddamn job, you can't deny the app's good. It's simple. It works. I've used it for so many bloody applications. It's insane. As proved by when I went to the dashboard and I saw all of my old applications, and I haven't even looked at this for years. Let's just quickly Change all these configs. Pusher secret. Pusher cluster. That's one way to describe them. And pusher use TLS because why not? Yeah. Cool. Let's close that before any bugger looks at it and sees my shizzle. Double check that it isn't visible because that would suck. What? Looks like it's not long before I start streaming on Twitch, Jim. Ah, you know what would work there is if you keep doing it with me on a Friday every week. Well, every other week. Would have been a great start instead of this whole, you know, not. I'm not salty at all, Catton. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. Just double check. Excellent, cool. So it is not likely to get me in trouble. Fantastic. That means I can return. Let's move that. Go here. Change that to Ma. And I'm back, and my head is in normal size again. If anybody has a suggestion for independent artists I can hire to help me with my overlays and stuff without going through Fiverr, I'd appreciate it. Because you know what? This overlay that I put together, it's kind of sucky. And I would like to make it not sucky. Cool. Right. Supposedly, that don't work. Why you know like this? Okay, so it's not that. Let's see what if it loads. If it loads to page. Oh no! Fail. Bye. Collude. Does mean I still need to go into joining streaming Friday sessions. That's a pair coding on React. Well, I'm doing it right now, so if you want to join in, Jim, then, you know, get on board. You know what? Let's just see if there is a React pusher component. Ah! How old is this thing? Like, give it... Yep. Them's old, yo. Welcome to the ancient times of things that were made before the zombie apocalypse. We have lost the knowledge. We have lost the time. But we have still got the remnants on NPM. Okay, so we're not going to be doing a React push component. Making React real-time with WebSockets. Let's see if there's a very nice way of loading this in so I don't have to, if I could be lazy and not have to... Oh, so this component was actually built for this... Right, was that component built by anybody? Originally converted by... Are they pusher still, or are they gone? Do. Yep, nope, neither of these people were pusher people. Oh, but supposedly there was... Wow! People collaborating on this. Okay, this is going to be useful. Let's go. Let's go! Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's moaning about that, so I need to technically just... Right. Let's do it that way. And do it. No. Pusher Jace. I think that's... Yep, that's all of it. So if we do this... oh. Reduce it down and let us, I believe it should be I think that should work. So Vaganda does ooh matron. We have some life. Jen just came in with a quote from the game show she's watching. Do I want to know what this quote is, Jim? Or do I want to run in fear? You know what? Just because it's going to drive me absolutely flipping potty if I leave all this stuff in here. Let's delete all of this. Man, why are you throwing a wobbly there, mate? Ah, right. Get rid of that. Then get rid of all of that. Okay, so I can get rid of that as well. Cool. So, welcome to St. Patrick's Party. And them into North discovered joy. And you'll never hear a single one smile, because they're that far close to Scotland. And I am blending my Northern with my Scottish. Which queen was daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon? I can't even say that. Like, I can't even troll that. That's like... The history degree in me is saying I cannot even jokingly do that. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Nope. What game show is she watching and what morons are on it? I'm pretty sure Henry VIII and his many wives and children in the Elizabethan period, hint, hint, Elizabethan period, are a, you know, staple of education for British children ages 9 to 13. And if not, that is a severe indictment of the education system of the UK. Oh, yes, you hit my rage and tipping point. I do not know how to deal with it at all very well. Oh, I'm going to change this music as well, because I need something slightly more energetic. Where has it gone? There we go. I'm pretty sure there has been a second Victoria. I'm pretty sure. However, I'm pretty sure it wasn't British. You know what? I'm going to fact check myself. No, there has been no Queen Victoria II. There has been a video game produced 11 years ago, but no video game. Hang on, were you trying to set me up for making me look like an even bigger plank with a joke? It's like the cruelty levels, Jim. The cruelty levels. Bravo for trying to destroy me from a high orbit, I may add. But, oh, you little bugger. I like how they have a React Native one, but they don't have one viable for use in just... I genuinely thought there was a Victoria II, but was not a, like, British monarch. Or is that a ship? I can't remember, but, yes, either way. Anyway, distracting me from the coding and the codes and all the things and the coding, the codes. Is Pusher alive? It is pinging. We have liftoff, everybody. Meow. Ah, ship of the QE2, which would be in line with our current monarch, who I recently found out there is a set of laws that's specifically designed for her to influence laws before they go into law. So I knew about the Ascension rules, which are all laws that go through Parliament have to be rubber stamped by the Queen before they become law. Turns out she gets preview on all laws before they go into Parliament for debate. So it turns out in the 70s, she sent a lawyer after the members of Parliament to make sure that she could hide her wealth. I think that is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. The Queen tried hiding her wealth from the public. Well, you may be assuming I'm a Republican here, but I am not. I'm actually a monarchist. I believe that our monarchy is actually a requirement for the UK. Otherwise, we would fall into chaos because we require this strong, consistent leadership because it's not something we get from our elected officials. Not going to say anything more on that. Tories. But yeah, it turns out the Queen has hid their wealth. Sarcasm. Do I need a sign? It's like, just bear with me. I obviously haven't used Giphy enough on here to, yeah, I need to have this GIF running whenever I'm being mildly sarcastic. But surprisingly, no, I'm actually a monarchist in the fact that I do believe that the best political thing we have had has been the monarchy. The Queen is an amazing politician, diplomatic politician. And yes, go on holiday. What? Oh, you're making a Boris joke, right? Unfortunately, people, we can go on holiday, and you can't go on holiday. You can wash your hands, but you must not wash your hands. You may pick your nose, but you cannot touch your face. Yes, this is to protect the NHS. Thank you. That's my best, Boris. Oh, Jesus. I've done the worst thing. I've mentioned politics with a Jim in the room. Oh, God, we're all fucked. Two things not to mention in front of a gym. Birmingham and politics. And I've mentioned both. Goodbye, everybody. We're about to fall asleep. Or I'm going to feel really dumb when Jim starts nuking me from high orbit with political statements and fact. You're not political particularly. If I slit your wrist, mate, you bleed red and a rose grows from it. Let's just put it that way. Either that, or if I say comrade, you click your heels to attention. One or the other. Not sure which. Take your pick. Anyway, right, so we do actually have a connection to Pusher. And I believe I need... Do we have NodeMon installed here? We do. Cool. So I get to do... need my ID. Let's go back to server. We want new folder. We want source. We want inside of that source, we want an index file because we are hopefully going to have a really simple build process. We're going to have import express from express. See how well that works out. And to make my life easier, I'm going to copy and paste. I don't want that, actually. We're not going to be using that because we're going to use Pusher to make my life easier. I can't hate them all equally. It's an ill-informed position. However, what happens if you're really well-informed and you still hate them all equally? Because I am a political pragmatist. I strongly believe in voting for the lesser evil. Unfortunately, in voting for the lesser evil, I end up hating them all anyway. Not equally. There are different levels of hate, but I still hate. Now, being like a tree, I've got a slight problem with that. Purely because hate is an emotion and an opinion of something. You can be very well informed on a subject and still hate it. I am primarily a JavaScript developer. Spent most of my days when I'm writing code writing JavaScript. And I happen to write lambdas a lot. Still hate them just a bit because of the weirdness. But I'm very well informed about them. But I still hate. Because there's just enough of it that causes a pain in my ass. I know I'm using code instead of politics, but still. It is a... We are into dubious territory here, I believe. Dangerous, one may even say. That's the reason why. Big like a tree. I have this distinct impression that I know you, but I have no idea who you are from your username. I'd really appreciate if someday, via any form of social media contact or communication messaging protocol that I am available on, please make yourself known. Because otherwise I'm going to be racking my head for a long time going... Who the heck? Oh, the Ian Hislop. No, I can't do that. No, no. Oh. Oh, I'm no longer happy. Oh, oh, the funny side of it, it's all gone away. It's gone all serious. Anyone got a good joke or something? Please, bring us back from the brink, otherwise I'm going to have to run away. I'm going to save my progress, and then I'm going to carry on over the weekend on my own. Oh, people, play nice. Oh, here we go. Something to bring a little bit of joy and happiness, because I'm meant to be a smiley, happy, strangely interactive person rather than... Definitely starting to taste the alcohol in this. Slander, do you? I should have seen that punchline coming. For those of you not reading the chat, the joke is there were two fish in a tank. One says to the other, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" Dad joke supreme! Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Budweiser is not a good joke for me because unfortunately I love Budvar, which is the original recipe, but Bud Light can really... What do you call a fat ginger kid, my brother? Oh, Jim, your child is so screwed. Alright, cool. Anyway, so we're not going to go socket. We have... Could do with very quickly copying and pasting the build process for this. npx.tsc. And I want the config file for it, that's the problem. So yeah, if I... You forgot about what? Good luck, bud. Enjoy. Yeah, there we go. Need to set the bloody config. Actually, you know what? On this point, I've reached a point where I'm in a happy state. I've had a good stream, and it's been going on for about 2 hours. So, I am actually going to close up. Because you know what? I can. So, for those who are unaware, I'm just going to get it. Actually, no, it's probably easier if I search in my actual Twitter and get the relevant message from the glorious Hannah and the Fusion Group. Right. For those of you who need some education and are missing out on a bit of real world chatter and whatnot, Fusion is running on the 11th of March, and it will be me hosting it with a bit of help from Hannah. Well, Hannah will be hosting it with me until she gets bored or scared, which is quite common, so there'll be Hannah. And we have Charity, is it Charity Meadows? Tipsy. Charity Majors, sorry, who is the CTO of Honeycomb, an observability platform. It's amazing. We also have Ben Foxable, who is amazing and builds complete random junk. Had him at Hackfronts a few years ago. He is amazing. We're going to have some lightning talks around them as well, so encouraging new speakers. A couple of people have started submitting what they want to do to me. I've got the mushroom to add that to the Discord so people can check. And they are going to be fantastic, and I hope you all come and watch and get involved. So, thank you guys for joining on my stream. I'm going to go away, and I'll be back on Monday after playing a little bit more with it at home on my own. And I'll be also preparing for the Tech Off Topic next Friday as well. So I'll be streaming Monday and Wednesday, building this app, learning some more React and Next.js. And then on Friday will be the next recording of the Tech Off Topic, of which it is one of 3 people. Currently, I've got to, stranglehold one of them until they agree to be there on Friday at 3 in the afternoon. So, thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!